Welcome back to the daily vlog where I take you inside of my life as I juggle family, fitness, and the future of work as an entrepreneur and an investor. In this episode, I have a question for you. Have you ever woken up on the wrong side of the bed and you just didn't feel in the right headspace? Well, that's where this episode starts off at. I do eventually get out of it, but check this out. Let me know what you think. Do you ever wake up in the morning and you have all of these negative thoughts and negative chatter waiting for you to wake up just to let you know what's on their mind? Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I mean, sometimes in entrepreneurship, you see the image of people like always motivating and always, positive, but that's not reality. Most mornings, I deal with that, but the question is, how do you deal with it? Like, how do you deal with those voices, that negative chatter that's trying to lead you in a direction or a downward spiral that you don't want to go into? So, at first, I used to try to fight those negative thoughts. But as I've grown and as I matured, I've learned how to just allow it to talk and just calm my inner self down and allow those voices, those thoughts just to pass through. Because the more I tried to fight those voices, the louder they got. That negative chatter just started getting more creative, more complex in the chatter. But I had to learn how to allow it to pass through. And meditation is a really big way in which I do that. I just still my inner mind, my inner self, allow these things to pass, and then focus on what I want, not focusing on what I don't want. And I have that written down in a few places so that I can remind myself of what it is I said I wanted, not what it is I said I didn't want. Oh, that stinks. All right, off to the next spot. So I'm now here at La Vida Cafe and got my coffee here. So I'm gonna spend some time, just taking some notes down. Like I was saying before, like that negative chatter starts going on. So what I have to do is I have to just really, again, get clarity, understand what it is I want and not what I don't want, because that's where those negative thoughts come in. Because they will definitely take you down a negative spiral, a downward spiral if you let it. But we're not gonna let it. We're going to actually use that energy, that negative energy, to get the most out of it. It's there for you, and that's the thing. If you don't have the maturity to see that energy is there for you, that negative chatter is there for you to use, then you're gonna go down that rabbit hole every single time. It's a signal, and I use that signal like, okay, I'm about to head into another level of this project or of business or in the industry, whatever it may be. I just use it as a signal. Okay, this is a sign that another level is right in front of me. So this is when you double down, you go deeper, you dig deeper, and come out with something better than what you came in with. So let's get it. One thing that I'm really grateful for is I have the ability to change my environments multiple times a day. So I can start at the coffee shop, but then end up in my office, but then end up in the lounge of a hotel, so that's very for me personally, that's very important for me because if I'm in one location the whole time, what's up, guys? If I'm in one location the whole time, it really gets me. I got to break out, so it's really good I can move around in different locations. So I was supposed to go to New York. This week, but because I wanted to get closer to the team. Remember, I was talking about like putting out fires this week. I wanted to get closer to the team. They're based out of Manhattan, to kind of see firsthand what it was that needed to be done. But just got word that that's not happening. One of the founders had some personal issues that had to be dealt with, so that got postponed. The cool thing about that is that creates some more space to work on some other things and be able to, solidify my plan as I go there. I'll probably go next week, which is cool. But it just creates more space, and I don't want too much time to go by. But you just gotta just roll with the punches here. I was prepared to go, but I just got that news. Has some personal issues, but that's neither here nor there. I just have to take advantage of the space and the time. Like I was saying in the last episode, if you haven't already watched it, I have to be very flexible with my time, and I wanted to put it on record. I wanted to show you in real time, of what that looks like and how I'm thinking about it. And I don't have it all the way fully thought about it. I want to give you my first reaction, so that it's on record. So I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to probably grab something to eat really quick. What time is it? Yeah, probably grab something to eat really quick and take a walk and just process everything. So I think it's ironic. A few episodes ago, I talked about guarding your mind and feeding your mind and being intentional about it. And I wasn't as guarded as I wanted to be with this rat beef that's going on. It's crazy because my cognitive function is a little bit slower than normal, and I realized how much time I invested in that back and forth. And you never know what's slipping into your subconscious mind, and I can feel it right now. The slog I'm cognitively feeling because of that. And right now, as I'm finalizing some stuff here now, I'm just sitting here with that, just thinking about that. Like, yes, it was entertaining, but it was entertaining at a cost. And I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine via text about how I'm going to have to charge OVO and PG Lang to listen, because it almost turned into a therapy session, and it got really toxic. And just them throwing trauma slinging, I called it, trauma slinging their stuff back and forth. And as a consumer of that battle, along with, a lot of other people, I wonder, it goes into your collective conscious. So now I find myself trying to allow that to pass through my system and get it through my system. Because now I can't afford to have that lodged in my mind. Even though I was being entertained by it, there's a limit. There's a limit to that entertainment. And I also said to my buddy in that same text message was, I can't afford for this to go on another week, because it's funny how our minds work, because we crave, we tend to crave these type of things. These how can I describe it? The toxic traits, like the TMZ things, like for some reason there's something in us that craves these dark energies, and when they come around, you feed on those things, and if you're not careful, they seep in, whether you want them to or not. And cognitively speaking, I can say that it's seeped into my mind. So it's all good. I'm going to give it a couple of days for it to flesh it out. And I'm going to change my environment. So in terms of, I'm not going to be listening to rap music this week. All gospel music. I'm also going to, that's when I really double down on my reading. Like I like to read in the morning. I'm currently reading a book right now called Mastery. And I just double down on just feeding myself positive, and eventually it finds its way out of my system, and I'm back to my normal pace. But as it stands right now, there was a cost. There was definitely a cost associated to being entertained by that battle, even though it was probably one of the best rap battles I've ever seen, or we've ever seen. But there was definitely a cost associated with it. So it looks like I'm packing up today. Today was a very interesting day. You got a chance to go inside of how I deal with the negative thoughts that I experienced this morning. Not every day I roll out of bed ready for work. I don't think everybody does that, but I'm glad you were able to follow me on a journey so you can see behind the thought of what I do to kind of get myself out of that mode and into a mode of productivity, which I was able to find eventually. But with that said, if there's anything in the video that resonated with you, please share it in the comments. I'll be hanging out in the comments for a little bit to see what you say. And if you don't have time to do that, I totally get it. Hit the thumbs up. Let the algorithm know that something exciting is happening, and you're getting value out of it. With that said, peace. I'm out.